Another great Serie A weekend comes to an end. Week 31 with the Inter victory over Udine this afternoon, 2-1 at the 95th minute with a Fratesi goal. Tough game for Inter. Udinese actually played very well. They made it difficult, but Inter find a way and they actually give themselves hope that they actually win the Scudetto on Derby Day versus Milan. Let's hope it doesn't happen. We'll talk about it in a second. Of course, the big winners of the weekend, Roma and Juventus. The big losers, Bologna and Atalanta. Outstanding game between Monza and Napoli. We'll talk about it in a second. So let's start right away with Inter Udine. As mentioned, Udine played very well. They actually lead at halftime 1-0. But in the second half, penalty shot by Çalhanoğlu and a late winner by Fratesi. The comeback is done. Inter wins 2-1. As mentioned, there is a possibility for them to win the Scudetto on match day against Milan, the derby. Let's hope that doesn't happen. I do not want to see Inter start celebrating the Scudetto after a win against Milan. Milan haven't won the last 5 derbies between Serie A, Champions League, and Coppa Italia. So let's not give them an extra reason to make fun of us, because they will make fun of us. They will insult us. It's written in the stars. We did the exact same thing when we won the Scudetto. So let's hope we don't give them another reason to make fun of us. Milan playing very well this weekend, beating Lecce 3-0. The big 3 score, Leao, Pulisic, and Giroud, against a very tough Lecce team. They started off the game very well, and even after going down 2-0, they created some great occasions. They hit the crossbar, they pressed, they attacked Milan. It wasn't easy for Milan. They found a way to score the goals, but it wasn't easy for them. And of course, Milan playing Roma on Thursday for the Europa League. Roma and De Rossi, big victory against Lazio this weekend. A very tough game. A lot of pushing, shoving, yellow cards. Like, it was a tough derby for both teams. The first big victory for De Rossi, who had lost against Milan, who had lost against Inter. Well, big victory against Lazio and Tudor. Tudor, of course, who had beaten Juve last week. This week, it didn't go well for him. So Roma tough, guys. Roma tough. And it's going to be a tough game against Milan. Let's hope Rossonero can come on top. But it won't be easy. This Roma team, very well put on the field. And Mancini scores the winner for them. Juventus wins 1-0 against Fiorentina. A Gatti goal in the first half, I believe. Second half, horrible to watch. Juventus finishing the game with 25% of ball possession. The worst under the Gestione Allegri ever. So not a very good game, but it was important for Juventus to bring home the 3 points. It doesn't matter how they win right now. The important for them and Juventus fans is that they win, because winning this weekend means that Bologna is now 4 points behind. Why? Because Bologna only tied 0-0 against Frosinone, and they're only 6 points behind Milan. So depending what happens, there's still the head-to-head to go. You never know, but Juventus needed the 3 points to sort of squash the bad momentum, and that's what they do. They bring home 3 important points. Like I said, Bologna, horrible result for them against Frosinone, losing 2 points to Juve, but allowing Roma to come back to only 3 points behind them with the big victory against Lazio, right? So that 4th spot, they're still battling. Who is going to finish in the Champions League spot? We'll see. I gotta be honest, I would like to see Bologna make it, but let's also say that nobody thought that Roma was going to fight for a Champions League spot only a few weeks ago when Mourinho was still the coach. So impressive comeback from them. Monza Napoli, a beautiful game to watch. It ended 4-2 for Napoli. Monza actually takes the early lead, but Napoli in 6 minutes scores 3 goals in the second half. Monza scores the 3-2, then Napoli scores the 4-2. Simply a beautiful game. Beautiful game to watch, entertaining. Cagliari, we talked about it. They beat Atalanta 2-1, a late winner from Luvombo. Important 3 points for La Salvezza for them. Milan, we talked about it. They went 3-0. Empoli beats Torino 3-2. Another important result for La Salvezza. They needed the points. And finally, Salernitana and Sassuolo and 2-2. Nobody cares about Salernitana. Sassuolo also needed the points. And there is still 5 points between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams, guys. So the bottom part of La Classifica, Cagliari with the big win goes up to 30 points. Lecce stays at 29 after losing to Milan. Udinese stays at 28. Empoli comes up to 28. Verona at 27. What did Verona do? I wrote it somewhere. Verona beat Genoa. No, lost to Genoa. So, not a good result for them either. Frosinone 26, Sassuolo 25, and then Salernitana with 15. So 7 teams in 5 points. Incredible. And then on top, Inter 82, Milan 68, Juventus 62, Bologna 58, Roma 55, Atalanta 50, but they still have a game in hand. Napoli 48, Lazio 46, and Torino 44 points. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe.